Let's start making history, folks, by going to Barry Butel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this, the Buffalo Sabres' last game in Memorial Auditorium. Let us start this last game as we traditionally start our last regular season game each year, and that is with the presentation of two of our annual team awards. Here to present the first of the two awards, please welcome the president of the Buffalo Sabres Booster Club, Rosemary Stawitz. Rosemary will be presenting the Tim Horton Memorial Award. This award, named in honor of the late Sabres defenseman, whose number 2 holds a place of honor in the odd rafters, is presented to the player whose performance is far superior to the public recognition he has received. It is based on a vote of the Booster Club Board of Directors and members of the local sports media. Also known as the Unsung Hero Award, please join us in congratulating this year's recipient of the Tim Horton Memorial Award, Randy Burridge. And now, to present the Punch Imlach Memorial Award, please welcome Sabres founder and chairman of the board, Mr. Seymour H. Knox III. The Punch Imlach Award, named after the late general manager and coach of the Buffalo Sabres, is based on a vote of the Sabres team members. It is presented to the player who displays dedication and leadership in the winning tradition which Punch Imlach brought to the Sabres organization and to professional hockey. Please join in congratulating the 1996 recipient of the Punch Imlach Memorial Award, Randy Burridge. On October 15th of 1970, the Buffalo Sabres played their first home game here at Memorial Auditorium and began that game with a ceremonial face-off. Seymour Knox dropped the puck for a face-off between Gilbert Perreault and Jean Beliveau. As tonight's game will be the Sabres' last in this historic building, it is only fitting that we start it too with a ceremonial face-off. I now ask Whalers captain Brendan Shanahan and Sabres captain Pat LaFontaine to come to center ice where the Sabres' first captain and former head coach Floyd Smith, along with Mr. Knox, will drop the first puck.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand and join in the singing of the Canadian and U.S. national anthems, along with vocalist Henry Pendleton.
There is not a ticket to be had for this final game in the auditorium. It's been that way for quite some time. And partner, as I look up at the top of the oranges, the standees are piling in as well.
I was looking at the same thing as you were, and I just glanced out our television booth behind us. Same thing, just like the old days. And think back to the opening night here in Buffalo many years ago, and not a ticket to be had.
Our starting goaltenders brought to you by Continental Airlines. More airline for your money. Jason Mazzani is in goal. Sean Burke is not. Burke apparently was leveled by a Rick Tocchet punch in the game yesterday against Boston. Underwent 5 hours of surgery. Awful way to head into the off-season for goaltender Burke. And it's Andre Buffalo. Fresh off the victory in Washington last night. Right back in the tank again today. Picking up a couple of things on the ice. The referee, Richard Butcher, but look at this. Gordy Brosiker, one linesman, and I don't know whether it's coincident or not, but Tim Nowak, the Buffalonian who lives in Depew, is working this final game at the Yard. I hope that is not coincidence. I hope that's scheduling on behalf of the NHL, and if so, what a nice touch. Yells behind his own net. Swings it lastly, getting it up now to Burridge, who took away all the silverware. Ripping it over the line. Shanahan takes it back to center ice again. Emerson trying to get away. Swung it in over the line. Emerson bumped by Gillis. Stepped in behind the net. Committed in front. Recovered by Astley. Astley ducking into the corner. Ripping it under the rope. Didn't get it out. Nicolation gets it away to LaFontaine. Steering it ahead. Burridge kept it. And it's taken right back by Gillis. Another pass from Jeff Rowe. Dealing it up over the line. Offside is the call. Right scratches are brought to you by Vic's Deep Discount and Pharmacy.
No scratches for Hartford. Some pretty good players. Wesley, Burt, and Cron. And Dominic Hasek, of course, recovering from knee injury. Matt Barnaby, groin problem. And Mike Grosek, a shoulder injury. So the Hartford Whalers with some youngsters in the lineup, as the Sabres are. Coach Paul Maurice, I'm sure, same as his counterpart, Ted Nolan. An evaluation period as this season winds down. He's got some bags under his eyes. I think he's been losing some sleep.
I saw something else interesting. One of the linesmen, it was Gordy Brosiker, picked up the puck. The first puck that was used in this game, took it over and gave it to Rick Simonik behind the Buffalo pit. Right. Here's Wilson now, smacking one in. May had to clear the zone. Covered back there by McCrimmon. Old warhorse for the Whalers. Flip high in the air, and then knocks it down, brings it right back in again, marches around, sends it back to Plant off his leg. Shannon will tip it into the corner. Way around the May, May behind the net, looking out in front. Here's May circling around again, sends it back to Wilson, lets it go, knocked down, another whack at it. Recovered by the Whalers and steered ahead to center. Coming back, McBain beats it over the line, takes a return back. Outside ahead to Ray, and Wilson now mixing it up behind the play. Wilson and O'Neill. And O'Neill took off there. Wilson is going back at him again. Now he takes a poke at him. Does O'Neill, and Wilson, now we get everybody joining the fray.
That began with O'Neill running Wilson up along the boards. Wilson went back at him. O'Neill went back at Wilson, and it continued. O'Neill goes to the penalty box. This is what a defenseman faces. You go back for the puck, and a forward just finishes a check on you. And Wilson takes no gut. O'Neill, the only penalty, and so the Sabres with an early chance tonight on the power play.
Well, these two teams have been able to mix it up this season and in the past few years. This is not surprising. It may set the tone. Buffalo does get the first power play opportunity.
Ted Nolan's Hockey Club with a 2-game winning streak, and he said tonight, it's no secret what we want to do. We want to put on a show for our fans. He said they've been great to us all season. And he said we want to win this game badly.
LaFontaine stays out with Dahl and Burridge. Will tip it ahead, but it's taken back and scooped off the linesman to Plant at center. Leaving it for Dahl. He'll drop it back to Shipnick. It's behind his head. Sends it up on the wing now to LaFontaine. Pulling away. LaFontaine. And he chucks it to an open wing. passes, chasing after it. Shipman gets in front of him. Right on to LaFontaine's step. And he'll leave it there to Daw. Daw cutting back through the middle again. Gets in over the line. Leaving it there to Curry. Curry swings around on the ball. Daw gives it back to Curry. Trying to clear it in front. But it's taken away by McCrimmon. And cranked off the glass back to center ice. Shipman beating it ahead. Here comes Jason Daw again, finding Flack, who slips in over the line. The pass to Curry, trying to pick it out of the air. LaFontaine cracks it down in the corner. Dribbles it back to Flack. He swings it over to Shipman. Shipman clears it in beside the net. LaFontaine shovels it around on the other side. And Mazzani snaps that one and hangs onto it. The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by KeyBank, America's first choice.
Well, the Buffalo Sabres playing their last game here at the Odd must get off to a good start here tonight. They must get an aggressive forecheck going against a slow Hartford defense, and they must play the body, play a physical game against the Hartford Whalers.
47 seconds left in the Whaler penalty now. Jansen comes out against LaFontaine on this faceoff. Steers it behind the net. They'll try to catch up. Whack at. Knocked down by May. Didn't see it. Now he recovers. Brad May puts it into the point. Back it comes to Pekka. Back to the point. Kelly, a shot. Just goes wide. Worked around the boards. Astley holds it in there. Allen stumbles, but got it to Jensen's, and he feeds it through the middle and down the ice. The Whale will do some changing. Only 20 seconds remaining in the penalty. LaFontaine swings around again. Pass up the middle to Pekka. Pekka tried to get away at center, but he hit the referee. And getting some help there was Shanahan to clear it in the other direction. Sabres with Mark Astley to May. He tried to poke it over on the wing, but it goes down the ice. And Pekka was hauled back on the play. And no penalty coming up there. And the Whalers are back at full strength. Scoreless.
Welcome back to the Odd on this historic night. We are joined by Rick Martin. Your highlights earlier with that goal in the All-Star game back in 1978. A little bittersweet memories here?
Yes, tremendous amount of memories. Great building to play in. I don't think you could duplicate the atmosphere in this building. All the new buildings are so big. Everybody was right on top of you. You could hear people in the oranges yelling at you. It's a great building.
I guess the 70s were the glory years in the fan support, but again, last Thursday they came out in record numbers to see what the new look's going to be all about.
Yeah, I just hope that you know they can get things going. It was a tough. It's tough to see the old building go, and a lot of memories. But hopefully they're going to carry on, and you know. A Stanley Cup in Buffalo would be really sweet. That would be sweet.
Thanks to Rick Martin. Let's send it upstairs to Rick and Jim.
Here's Hughes keeping it in the Hartford zone. Trying to poke it back to the point, but it's broken up. And Shanahan, the Whaler captain, spins away to center ice. Shanahan got it in over the line. Left it there. It's not free and cleared away, but too far. For Vaclav Verana playing his first shift in the National Hockey League for Buffalo. That's up at center. Rickard could not come up with it. Away from Verana. Astley carries on. Astley swings in over the Whaler line. Astley turning now, looking for the trailer. Carries it across on the other side to Moore. He's spinning around in the board. Moore trying to give it to Verana. Verana poking at the puck. Down, no penalty. Shipnick kicking it in. Here's Shipnick back to Verana. Like a shot going right on the rebound. Pearson with difficulty. Now comes up with it again. Leaves it in the corner to Moore. Moore took a whack at it. He's recovered and steered off the boards by the Whalers, and finally clipped all the way down the ice. Butner racing back after it. It's on him, but gets there first, and that will be icing. And I must apologize for something I said at the start of the game. Indeed, Rick Tocchet did throw a punch at one of the Hartford Whalers yesterday. It was not goaltender Sean Burke. It was defenseman Adam Burt. And that is the reason Adam Burt is not playing today.
Well, Vaclav Verana with his first NHL shift, his first NHL shot on goal, and it was a good slap shot from 35, 40 feet in front of the net. But Verana this year, 59 games in Kelowna of the WHL, the Western Hockey League, finished third in scoring with 39 goals and 85 points.
O'Neill tips it to an open lane. Butner moves up on the play, but it's knocked away by Sanderson. Brought back into the line. And recovered in the corner by Zipper. And the goaltender's back Bugner. Back it goes to Gitnick again. Gitnick just waiting behind the net. Now feeds it around to Bugner. Bugner trying to pull out of his own end. Tied by O'Neill. Got it to center ice, and it goes all the way back to Diddick. Diddick smacks one off the board. Bugner recovers. Over to Gitnick. Gitnick up on the wing it comes. LaFontaine and over the line. Here's a cross ice. Chipped it back behind the ball. He's catching up with it. It's a right wide from O'Neill, but still has possession of the puck. And got away from O'Neill, leaving it there to Daw. Daw swings around, trying to stuff it behind the net again. Then around on the other side, and Hartford picking it up and rolling it down the ice into Buffalo territory. Shannon back there, and this one is coming all the way back into the Whaler end.
Hartford with a glorious scoring opportunity on Andre Trepalov, but the goaltender will tell you, hey, the goalpost, the crossbar are all part of the equipment. A Trepalov beaten on this play, and the puck line stopped the goalpost to his left. A well-conceived play by Hartford as they went to the net. That was Sami Kapanen, and watched the goalpost to the left of Trepalov. And that is not even a shot on goal.
Wilson took his shot again in front. Ray couldn't catch up with it, and that ends up going into the crowd.
Now Buffalo with a line of Derek Platt, Brad May, and Rob Ray on the ice. The Razor looking for his 4th goal of the season. 3 goals, 5 assists, and 263 penalty minutes. Brad May will be joining Team Canada in the World Championships in Austria.
Shannon trying to knock it in, can't do it. Broken up and comes away to center ice. A chance now in over the line for the Whalers. Deneen runs it down. Hustling back to break it up. That's Pratt. And it's fired away, and that's cleared right back in again. Deneen mixing it up with Wilson. Deneen drew the puck back in, just missed Wilson, and Wilson didn't like that one bit. He's got Kevin Deneen pinned up against the boards. A lot of other shoving going on, and a whole lot of talking going on.
Now these two teams have clashed, of course, many times over the years. Again, a spirited contest on a number of occasions, and I don't know what Deneen was thinking. The puck actually was shot into the Buffalo bench. It came back onto the ice surface, and Deneen drilled it back into the Buffalo zone.
Hey, let's go down again and rejoin Barry Butel.
Thank you, guys. I'm with another member of the French Connection, Ronnie Robert, and I was talking to Seymour Knox during the pregame show. He said that goal in the fog was one of the best memories he had.
Well, it's too bad we couldn't keep the fog for an extra couple of games. We would end up winning the Stanley Cup, but it was fun.
What about the memories coming back for the final game?
Well, it's sad to see this place go down because there's so many memories. One that won't be missed is that we never brought the Stanley Cup to this one. So hopefully by moving over to the new one, we can start a new regime and hopefully bring the Stanley Cup pretty soon.
Thanks to Ronnie Robert. Now to Rick Cheneray.
Well, the penalties are going to go 1 to each team, Deneen and Wilson. Wilson was not too happy about what Mr. Deneen did.
Well, they're still having a chat about that. Of course, Wilson got upset at O'Neill earlier in this game. Now the puck is into the bench. It was shot by Trepalov. There comes the puck onto the ice. And Deneen just rifles it back for no reason. He knew there was a whistle. Wilson didn't like it one bit. Mike Wilson, I was talking to Doug McKinney before tonight's game. I mentioned this last night during the Capitals game. Mr. McKinney is going to have Mike Wilson to work with over the summer, and they're going to try to put on some weight. Doug was saying is some players he wants to put on, or wants them to put on weight. Other players he just wants them to get stronger and not necessarily put on any extra pounds. But Wilson is a guy that they want to get bigger and heavier.
I'll bet you the rest of the league doesn't.
No, sir. Keep him the way he is.
Well, the Sabres are going to end up with a power play here, and the Whalers are going to have to put somebody in the penalty box because Deneen, I believe, ended up with a misconduct penalty as well. And it's going to be Steve Rice who goes over to serve the minor. Puck comes to center ice. Diddick picks it up. Just drills it off the boards, taken away by Platt. Platt looking for LaFontaine. He has one behind him, however. Cranked back down the ice by Malik. Platt swings it around behind the net. Galley starts out. Finding LaFontaine on the wing. He dangles it over the line. LaFontaine gets it.
That's a play, though, that Jason Dahl has to shoot the puck. He's in a position to shoot it. He's got people going to the net. Get it on the goaltender.
Oh, finding Galley at center. Galley will rip one in. Way around to Plant, trying to kick it back in the corner, but it's banked out to center ice again and taken away by Galley. Galley wants to shake Shanahan. Plant is there. Shanahan loses his lumber. Here's Plant swinging in over the line. Plant now giving it to LaFontaine. To set up the net. Good look right on. Uzani kicked that away. Stuck back into the corner again. Comes to Dawn and Plant swings it over to Galley. Galley puts it around behind the net. All the way into the corner, and Brown got it to the blue line, but Plant keeps it in. Plant trying to shove it on again. That was to LaFontaine. And it's finally collected by Emerson, and he whistles it to center ice. Galley loses control. Pepperlock comes out and plays it away to Dawn. Center up to LaFontaine. A little too far. LaFontaine couldn't catch up with it in the corner. Now he got in front of him. Daw picks it off. Daw swinging it around now and getting it back to Jason Daw. Daw, top of the circle. 20 seconds left in the penalty. To May in the corner. May deals it over to Galley. Galley plays it around. May's got it again. May kicking it in. Turns with a shot. Uzani kicked it away. Castles brings it down the ice wide of the Buffalo net. And the Whalers minor penalty expires. Shipnick rolling back again. Shipnick feeds it over the line to May. He took a shot. Was only the save. Right down in front of the puck. Ducks away from the check. Swings it around to May again. Hughes couldn't connect. Hughes jams it off the back of the net. Becker's got it again. Becker sliding around, waving it to Wesley. He stops it over May. May trying to get away from Glenn. There's Glenn into the boards together and squirts around now and Becker. Becker holds it in a hand to Hughes. Horton May couldn't come up with it. And taken away by Rice, who guides it out to center ice. Jensen has to throw back after it. Jensen's will tap a backhand in and hit off for a rest. Right back with the Buffalo. Shipnick got it up to Hughes. Hughes with a pass at center to Pekka. And McCrimmon got that one back, and it squirts up into the crowd. 10.5 to go here in the first period. For the first goal on the final night.
Gary Galley starts the play. Look at this passing, but it doesn't fool the goaltender. On the right of the screen is Brad May. Mazzotti waiting for him. A terrific save. And the score remains 0-0.
Verano got it in his skates, cannot come up with it. Bugner trying to help him out. Bugner and O'Neill with an extra bump at each other. Verano tangling again. Moore takes out his man, and Bugner shoots it right back in. Now Moore is still mixing it up with Jensen. They're separated by the linesman. Having away McCrimmon. McCrimmon got it in over the line. McCrimmon lets it there. Bugner turns it away. Sanderson now goes around behind the net. Sanderson comes up with it. Sanderson swings it back in the other direction. Rolled around on the boards again. Trying to get away is O'Neill. Hit to the blue line. Not out. Knocked down at the line. Finally Moore jammed it out to Verano. Verano starting away. Gets in over the blue line. Verano into Pearson. Kept it the last second. Verano trying to pick it up again. Do it. McBain tipped it on the boards. Didn't get it out. Moore keeping it in there. Taking a rough ride from O'Neill. Pearson's got it. Oh, he loses control. Swept away to Kapanen to center ice. Kapanen's all by himself. Teammates making a change. Get ahead, but not out. Kept in there now. A chance for the Whalers. And shot is score! Gunning it high is Shanahan, taking advantage of a Sabre miscue. And Hartford, halfway through the first period, gets on the board first.
And a rocket by Brendan Shanahan after Buffalo miscued after the puck bounced off the corner to the right of Andre Trepalov. Here's the play developing. And the Sabres just cannot get the puck out of the zone. And watch Brendan Shanahan look at this shot that flies over the shoulder of the goaltender. Perfectly placed. Shanahan, one of the great snipers in the game.
Now Glenn turning at his own line, sends it over to Brown. Brian Glenn again. He whips it up the middle. Echolician stacks away. Echolician to the Buffalo line. Scooping one in. Buffalo. Up in the corner. Kicked around behind the net. Emerson got it out in front. And it's chopped away. Came in front of the net again, but is recovered by Astley. Astley clears it around to the boards, and this one will go to Glenn at center ice. Glenn giving it to Brown. Great and didn't connect. Getting it up on the wing. May tried to break it up, but Shanahan gets rid of it through center. Wilson lets it slide back to Astley. Astley starts away again. Hits the Hartford line. Astley ducks to the corner. Left it around behind the net. Gets taken out. It's sent around the boards. Cleared to the blue line. Knocked down right there. That is an offside. The Whaler captain has his team in the lead here in the first. Make the right decision. Insist on Karuba. Collision. Almost lost his hat, did Brian Glenn.
He went down like a big oak tree, didn't he?
It was a big one, too.
Rob Ray delivered a great hit behind the net.
Andrews tried to knock it free. Can't get away. Oh, he dumped it in over the line. Taken back by Shannon to Wilson. Wilson steers it, but knocked it off Rice. Ends up on Shannon, sticking the point to Hughes. Hughes, his own end, has some difficulty. Goes after it again. Down this far center. Pekka will slap one in. Jackson held it in. It's ripped off the referee. He's only come late. Then the Whalers got it over the line. It's knocked down in front of the net. Sabres starting back. Wilson up to Hughes. Cross it goes to Pekka. Pekka switching over the line. Jackson couldn't connect. Right back again by the Whalers to center ice. Malik feeds it in over the blue line. Trying to go to the net now. Sam Wilson's coming to let the puck go. Got it up on the wing. Jackson threw it out to center ice. Picked up by Pekka. Coming with Burridge. Pekka works it in over the line. Going wide into the corner. After it again. And goes into the goal. Leaving it there to Burridge. Pekka picking up the puck along with Campbell and Cam on the boards. And comes free. Sanderson. Sanderson whipping it up into O'Neill. O'Neill to the Buffalo line. And over. O'Neill goes to a backhand with a shot. Held in by the Whalers again. Kapanen trying to flip it in front. Ashley broke it up. Guides it around to the glass. LaFontaine sliding it to Dodd. Burridge on the wing. Burridge looking for Dodd. Comes back to the point. Get in by Buffalo Goodman. Worked into LaFontaine. Spinning away from O'Neill. And Lozade with not much steam on the shot. Flops on it.
Well, tonight is a night to be nostalgic and remember. Let's go back in time and watch Danny Gare score his first goal. I beg your pardon, that was not his first goal. That was an overtime goal that Danny scored against the Montreal Canadiens.
One of many. He scored wearing a Buffalo uniform.
And just around the corner from us here at the Odd.
We're from the radio side. Plant getting knocked down in the face-off. Rosati scoots it away. And Emerson gets rid of it through center. Galley recovering with less than 2 minutes to go in the period. Flipping it to Ray. Will be a missing call.
Well, the Sabres got out to an excellent start in this hockey game, controlling play early, but Brendan Shanahan sort of took the wind out of the sails as he rifled a shot over the left shoulder of Trefilov to score his 44th of the year. Look at those stats. Talk about a power forward. He's in the penalty box a lot, averaging just a little under a point a game, but plenty of penalty minutes. One of the great treats tonight, the Phantom sign makers are back too here at the Odd. We'll get to them a little later. The original.
To get it out of there. Two center. Look one into the corner. Ray hustles in. Ray's coming behind the net. Ray's shooting at Shipnick. Gary Plant guides that one behind Mazzotti on the pass in from Shipnick, and it's tied at 1.
Perfectly executed shot from Alex Zhitnik. Watch at the top of the screen. Plant just redirects it. The goaltender has no chance. Very poor coverage by Hartford. They were chasing the puck all over the zone. And Derek Plant tips it in to tie the score with 1:21 to go here in the opening period. His 22nd of the year.
to Glenn. It's his fire center, tapping it ahead. Zipnik knocking it down. Approaching the 1-minute point. Ending in this period. For Galley. Galley tried to squeeze a pass ahead and silly hit. Eddie Murray in the rear end. Shanahan strikes back. Shanahan getting in over the line. Flipping to the ice. Finding one point ahead, but shifting something away.
And number 32, Rob Ray.
Slipping it across now. Zipnik going past the Curry to the line. And it's going to be an offside.
Alex Zipnik makes the perfect shot, and Derek Plant tips it by the goaltender. And Derek, of course, wants to get some momentum going as he will join Team USA at the World Championships in Vienna, Austria. Rob Ray also draws the assist. It was Razor who got the puck back to Zipnik at the point. So a big goal. You always like to score late in the period, particularly when you're down one.
41.5 seconds remaining in the period now. Whalers maintaining possession as it's dropped. He slipped up ahead, and Wilson has to go back after it. In no particular hurry as he camps back behind the net to Shannon. Shannon whipping it to the blue line. Next to Jackson. That would recover. 20 seconds to go. Option left. Right out though. Kept in by Jackson. Hands it around behind the goal. Feeding it ahead. That's banked up to center. Shannon knocks it down. Hit the linesman. It's got back in over the line. And then Shannon steps in around behind the goal. Jammed on the boards and taken away by Hughes. As the horn signals the end of the first period in the final game at the Arc.
Well, two of our keys tonight. Buffalo get off to a good start and forecheck aggressively. They did start well, although they didn't score, and they forechecked fairly aggressively. So, all in all, a pretty good period for the Sabres.
Whalers get on the board first. Sabres tie it up at center ice between LaFontaine and Nicolishin. All even at one. Galley hustling back after a pass. Came in front, LaFontaine gets it away. Looking back now. Bruce can't get anywhere. Fed up the middle to Nicolishin. Emerson jamming it in over the line. Poked around to the boards. Daw catching up with it. Wait a minute. Daw got it to the blue line. Glenn knocked it down with that big paw. Galley takes it back and squeezes it to Astley. Flinging it up on the wing. Pass through center. Daw waiting for it. Astley got it to LaFontaine. Hey, Sammy! Hit him in the line. A terrific shot. And he fired that one wide. Buffalo changing now. Catches up with the Ray. Catches up with Ray. Hit in the first period. Set out the boards. Up to center up. Shannon cut off his shot. Go back in the other direction. Pat kicked at it. Taken away. Center up. So worked up the head to O'Neill. He gets nailed by O'Neill. Passed around behind the net. Picked up by Ray. Brady's pass to O'Neill. He has to track it down in the corner. Squeezing it now to Plant. That brings behind the net for protection. Trying to clear it out. Can't do it. Goes after it again. Shovels it over to Ray. Ray got it to the blue line and out. Covered by Ranheim. Ranheim being chased around by Plant. McCrimmon feeds it. Brown pass goes to center. It's deflected into the blue line. Was taken away by Shannon. Shannon gets tangled up. Sabres jamming it ahead to Plant. And Plant just scooped it to center ice. It'll be right back again by McBain. Gedin going after it again. Leaving it to Castles. Shield off in the corner. Held in there, however, by the Hartford Whalers. Putting some early pressure on in the period. Plant takes it away. That's coming to center ice. Fighting off the second Ranheim, and he scoops it in. He moves up and keeps it in there. Getting away from Castles. Behind the net.
Ryan Jackson, I believe, is one of the players. Well, McCrimmon is first in the box. And here goes, I beg your pardon, it's Brad May, who is being escorted by the linesman. This began in the corner as May's fighting it out with McCrimmon. And McCrimmon pulls Ray down to the ice. Or Brad May, I beg your pardon. So we'll play four-side in the early minutes of play here in the second. Brad May will be joining Team Canada at the World Championships immediately following tonight's game. And the veteran McCrimmon in the box.
In the second period,
statistics from the opening period. Buffalo with the edge in shots on goal and scoring chances. And power plays, that's just 2 in the opening period.
Frenchie and LaFontaine had a little chat here, trying to figure something out.
Trying to remember, partner, over the years. I wonder if there's ever been a game played here at the Odd at 6 o'clock. Remember 1 o'clock games, 2 o'clock games, but don't remember a 6 o'clock game.
Not that I can recall.
So this is a first on the last night here at the Odd.
And of course, it doesn't end when the game is over. Stick around. There are lots more to come. So, we'll run about 20 minutes after the game. Trying to catch up with his man. Did it behind the net. Sent away to center ice. Makes the save. Sanderson let go. And back is Dahl swings through center. It's the low line and gets over Jason Dahl. That's for a short time. Gallo moves out for the back to the point. Castle starts away. Castle's with one man back. In over the line. Leaves it to Sanderson, but it's stolen back again by Galley. Out to Shipnick at center. Shipnick getting in over the line. He got checked at the last second. It's rolled over the center. He's picked up ahead by Castles and bumps into the linesman Brossiker. Shannon takes it back. Shannon difficulty with the rolling puck. Finally goes at the front. He's by himself as he comes in over the Whaler line. Air flat from the corner. Looking for the Shannon shot. He flies around behind the net. Chipped on the board by McCann. Keeping it in. LaFontaine trying to catch up with it. LaFontaine in the corner.
Pretty good play by Nelson Emerson as he tracked down Mike Wilson in the corner, took him off the puck and moved it to the front of the net.
Wilson and Frank Emerson in Hartford 2 games back.
I believe it was.
I think so.
Got him coming in across the blue line, if I remember. Some called it elbowing, but it was not. It was just a solid body check.
With Corrada and Pearson at Buffalo. Get away from him. Daniels cleared it in front. Went behind it. Surprise and free. Nichols sliding back for Buffalo. Johnson comes in. Shot away. Holding up his boot. That's a good ball. That's a save. And a wrestling match now with Pearson and Jensen on the ice.
That play began with a nice pass by Scott Nichols back inside the Buffalo zone and ended up with a scoring chance at the other end of the rink. And Jason Mazzotti is unorthodox. Every shot is an adventure. And I got a kick out of the interview that Barry Butel did with Scott Nichols last night in Washington. He was so excited to be playing this first NHL game. And he didn't have any problems telling you about that. He was excited and nervous, and it's great to see that. And why not? His first NHL game against the Capitals. It's something a boy dreams about from the moment he puts a pair of skates on.
Well, he was so excited he got me excited, and I called him Barry Moore. First 3 shifts on the ice tonight. Trying to pick it through. Rolled around to the board. Daniels ties up his man. Daniels looks on. The Sabres rocking on. Coming back to get away. From Brad McCrimmon.
And he certainly did, but he was in perfect position to block the shot, and that's something to remember when you're going to the point and you rush, or anybody who's going to shoot the puck, you go to where his stick is, where the puck is, where the projectile is going to go. You don't go from the side, you have to get the angle on him, and Ashley got the angle perfectly and paid for it. It was a direct block on a shot coming in from the point. But it was a key play because the Sabres were in trouble. And there's Ashley, number 21. See how he goes right where the shot is coming. And a lot of guys would bail out on that sometimes, maybe go off on the side and let the shot go through. But that was perfectly played by Mark Ashley. And a key play because his team was out of position. That's normally a forward's job up in that area, but the forwards were caught in deep.
Let's go again to Barry Butel.
Thank you, guys. I am with Donald Audette. This season has been somewhat disappointing for you, but promising for a great return next year.
Yeah, it is real promising. I mean, I skate today, felt pretty good first time, and just waiting. It's going to be a long summer. It's good rehab, and so far it does go very well.
What about memories here at the Aud? Here's a packed house tonight.
Well, it is good memories. The Aud was always the smallest building in the league, and that was special to come here and play, and that's where I started my career, and I hope you know, it's too bad to see it leave that way, but I'm looking forward to going in the ring.
Looking forward to your return. Donald Audette now up to Rick.
And from the face-off, the puck near center ice, chipped high in the air. Hughes waits for it to come down. Can't get anywhere. Now he ends up with it again. Threw it in on the blue line. It's a line right there, taken away by Sanderson. Takes it off the boards and recovered by Buffalo. Shipman hitting the line to balls across. Call this a delayed offside. Yep, they do. Jeff Sanderson picks it up.
Now, Jeff Sanderson, one of the great skaters in the NHL. Not only does he skate well, he shoots the puck at full speed. Into his 6th season in the NHL from Hay River, Saskatchewan. His first game, scored his first goal against Buffalo on March 30th, 1991.
But can't control it, and it ends up bouncing off the alley. This side for Jitnik. Jitnik's pass turns through center ice. Covered by Mellon. Shoots it in the other direction. That's a two-liner. That's an offside. Noco presents a night to remember. They are the proud sponsor of the Buffalo Sabres last game. This game at the Aud. Wish to thank the fans of Buffalo and to remember the great memories in the Memorial Auditorium. They gave away a very neat memento. Ticket encased in it.
Well, I'm sure that many of the capacity crowd here tonight have their own special memories of this place.
Adios.
Not that guy, maybe.
Adios. Yeah, that's pretty clever.
That's it all, doesn't it?
Didn't I think of that? Jackson holding it in. Swings it in. He plays it away up on the wing. Brings it up on the wing. That's too far. It's going down there. It's slow to a crawl at the moment.
It has, and one of the questions next year, will Hartford Whalers exist? There's a lot of talk about them moving out of town. There's a drive on to sell season tickets. They've set the mark at 11,000 season tickets. If they don't get it, they're moving. And I understand that some of the big companies, some of the big insurance companies are getting involved in Hartford and offering fans, saying, if you buy a season's ticket, we'll buy another one for you. So trying to keep Hartford in Hartford, but no one knows what's going to happen.
And the point gets knocked down by Murray.
second time tonight, though, Jason Daw was in a position to shoot and passed it up and tried to set up LaFontaine in front.
He's trying to set up LaFontaine, who's got 39 goals.
Well, that's true, but that was the wrong play. But it was a great play by Burridge at the blue line that created this 3-on-1, and this is the result. And Daw's looking all the way, isn't he? I mean, he doesn't even consider shooting the puck, as they're looking to get LaFontaine under 40 and give Burridge another la-la chance.
I don't think that was
for the odd.
I don't think it was uppermost in his mind, in Jason's mind. It might have been Patty.
Well, you might have given it to
Daw starts away with a pass to Burridge. He flips it in over the line. Wood gets his back to the rim. Outside against Buffalo. Left and right. Burridge can't come up with it. Sent across ice. Eisenhower flips it away. And in over the line. Burridge will come back with a pass, but a nifty play by Cassels to lunge at the puck. Cassels brings it back to him. A shot that goes wide of the net. Cassels brings it around on the other side. First turn. Gives some pressure on. A long shot. He comes away by Shanahan got it out in front. Taken away by Kelly, but he can't get it out. There's Shanahan again. Shanahan took a shot on the short side. Deneen picks it off, and Trefilov is going to say that's enough of this. We need a face-off and a line change.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the great plays.
That's Brad May sitting on the bench, and Rob Ray just behind him recently vacated the penalty box and started to stare at McCrimmon from the moment he left the box until he got to the Buffalo bench. We'll see what happens.
I think he made a date.
Yeah, they're not going to the ice cream parlor.
I have a feeling. Nickel is out there now, along with Pearson and Barada. Hanson's on the draw for the Whalers. Nickel tipping it free. Over the blue line. Slides the line again. As Galley got knocked down, the puck is underneath him.
From the biggest album of the 80s.
Game last night in Washington, making a big play on the winning goal to Pat LaFontaine. Spotting LaFontaine in front of the net. Patty Lala deflected it by the goaltender Carey. But Galley, along with a number of his other teammates, will be joining Team Canada in the World Championships. Trefilov and Zhitnik will play for Team Russia. Derek Platt for Team USA.
And all are looking forward to it very much, although all would rather be in the play.
That's right. That's what Brad May was saying. He said there's nothing that can equal playing the playoffs.
Hansons keeps it in. Wheeling it all the way around to Barada. He's challenged by Maverick. Wheels it up on the wing. The center is to Barada. Barada out on the line. And it was Nicholas trying to guide it into the net. Plays called as the Hartford net.
All right, this is we are in section 6 and the Reds. We got a question for you, my man. How you doing?
He's not afraid to stick his nose in the net. Oh, yeah. He was getting to the front of the net.
You don't know what does, right? This is the Sabres question. In 1980, the Sabres finished in first place in the Wales Conference. How many points did they have that season? Multiple choice.
Is that our last break?
110 or 116?
Show it to me quick.
It was 110, but we're going to give you the CD collection anyway.
Yeah.
The answer was 110, US 105. But congratulations. All right, let's have a applause for him. Next period, we are going to do the 90s and also lots of prizes after the game. We're going to have some prizes and some things happening down there. Stick around, the celebration has just started.
This is Vaclav Varada with the puck, and going to the net is Scott Nickel, and he was bound and determined that he was getting to the front of the Hartford net, and he did, and just failed to put that puck in. And in the meantime, Nickel said something to the referee and pays for it with a 10-minute misconduct penalty.
He is in the dressing room.
And McCrimmon is on the ice, and here comes Rob Ray.
And I'll tell you what, over 16,000 in this building know it. There's O'Neill turning. Riveted it up ahead, shifting over the line. Shannon gets it back to Ray. Ray coming to center ice. He'll take one in. There's O'Neill. All the way around on the block. Ray keeping it in there, though. Bounce it around on the outside. Missed a check throw on it. Jason Fan. He's going back on the icing call with a little over 4 minutes remaining here in the second period.
You know, he wants to settle the score, of course, for what McCrimmon did to him, but he also wants to win this game. And he doesn't want to take a dumb penalty and hurt his hockey club. So he'll wait for a chance at an opportune time and then perhaps attempt to settle the score. But not at this point, not with the score 1-1 and 4:16 to go here in the second period.
Ray remains out, and Brad goes to the bench. Jansen knocks it free. Ray backhand. That goes by. Covered by Quinn. Then flipping it through center. Picking over the line by Jansen. Wilson trying to take it away. Jansen's trying to reach back for that one, though. That's an offside.
Mike Wilson has been struggling with the puck a little bit here tonight in this hockey game. Jason Dodd returns from the dressing room. He went off with Rip Simonek, I'm sure, to have his skate sharpened. Just talking to Rip, you know, with all these aluminum sticks and everything, his job is sharpening skates is even more of a job, because when that skate perhaps glances off an aluminum stick, you lose the edge on it. Trottier is going back to the timekeeper bench and is signaling toward the Buffalo bench. And Rob Ray apparently has been assessed a misconduct penalty.
You're right. He's on his way to the dressing room. I'm not too sure what's going on here. He's out of the game.
Apparently.
I did not see what that was.
Buffalo penalty number 32, Rob Ray. A 10-minute misconduct and a gross misconduct. Ray, 10-minute misconduct and a gross misconduct. The time 15:56.
Shanahan coming over to argue, but I'm sure that we could show it if we had the replay. They had too many men on.
Obruska right on top of the play. He was within a couple of feet of the Hartford bench. And when you're going off the ice on a line change and the puck happens to be there, you just don't play the puck. You go to the bench. Look at the Hartford Whalers on the ice. 2, 4, 5, 6 players, there they are, maybe even 7.
That doesn't include the goaltender.
No, that's right. Many of the goaltenders the other end. Oh, no question about that. Paul Maurice his hockey club will be shorthanded with 3:14 to go here in the second. The youngest coach at 29 in the NHL. Joined the Hartford Whalers in 1995 as an assistant after serving as head coach of the Detroit Junior Red Wings.
A little over 3 to go here in the second period. Rice will serve that bench penalty. And LaFontaine, Daw, Burries, Plant, and Jitnick. Jitnick catching up with it. On the wing, it comes to Plant, ducking away at center ice. Now in over the line. Derek Plant tips it into the corner. After it himself. Chopped around on the board. Jitnick could not hold it in. He rolled it back in over the line. That's an offside, and that might have been called an intentional offside and was not.
Well, you know, partner, if I had 3 wishes tonight, my first wish would be that Ted Darling would be in attendance. Truly one of the legends of the odd.
Yes,
I broadcasted my first radio game beside Ted many years ago, and he always offered me encouragement and advice over the years. One of the great broadcasters in the history of the league.
Sorely missed by all his co-workers as well, I might add. Not only a great broadcaster, but a great guy.
Sure was.
A lot of fun. Giving it there to Jitnick. Leaving for LaFontaine. We're going to have to go on the penalty. Jitnick chase around. Pull away and does. Jitnick slings back through center. Brings it in over the line. Jitnick. Moving off the net. Squeaks it off. Burries right against the Daw. Daw on the corner. Sails it back to Plant. Right in front of the net. He flipped it just wide by Burries. Shot at it on the board. Daw tries it free to Burries again. Looking for LaFontaine.
LaFontaine with number 40 on the power play. Buffalo has the lead 2-1.
Beautiful play by Buffalo all the way around. It was Jitnick who lugged the puck into the zone. Burridge who makes the play at the top of the screen. And LaFontaine drills it in. Number 40, and the Sabres jump ahead by 2-1. This is a great play by Burridge. He's looking all the way for LaFontaine. Beat the defenseman, Gerald Diddick, and then made the pass. 40 goals for LaFontaine.
Brown scooting back behind his man. Slips it off the boards to Deneen.
Number 12, number 43, Jason Daw.
Can't do it. He's in the corner. Came back and all the way to center ice. Brown picks it up there. Less than 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Whalers with Deneen in over the line. Shot wide on the short side. Over by Cassels. Cassels guns it to the blue line. Clinton's got it. Leads it back to Cassels again. Cassels to Clinton. Canada sliding it through center ice. Brown has to catch up to it. Butner from Galley arrest. And over the line. Gets tripped up. There's no penalty called there. With the lead and keeps it into Verada. Verada spinning around back at the point. Verada dishes it down low to May. May leaving it there to Verada again. Keeping it in with some dipsy doodling. Now to Butner. Right, shot go rebound in front. Verada puts the net. And it goes off Butner sticking out through center ice. 45 seconds remain in the period. Wilson slipping it to Butner. Tapped it ahead, that's broken up. Pekka couldn't get anywhere. Now he's got it again. And over the line. Leaving it there. It's rolling to May. May standing behind the net. Covers up in the goal crease. Wasn't sure where it was, but did the job.
Boy, he's unorthodox, or Jason Mazzotti, but he's getting the job done for Hartford. A .912 save percentage coming into tonight's game. And watch him as he makes the save, and he's not really sure where the puck is. It went off his blocker, and oftentimes that puck will bounce into the net, but not this time. And the name of the game is stop the puck. Mazzotti did that. 21 shots on goal for Buffalo. And Mazzotti with 19 saves.
Remaining in the period. Chapter off behind the net. McBain picks it up. Ends up going back to his center ice. Goodman catches up with it. Gives it to Jackson. Jackson at center. Flipping one in. Sends it around on the glass. Hughes catching it. Waits for a moment. Well, goes after it again. Shot is right on. And Mazzotti is there to make the save again.
So frustrating if you're a forward. The play is set up perfectly by Brent Hughes, and you just don't get many scoring chances like that during a game. That is a point-blank quality chance, and the goaltender beats Pekka. But Brent Hughes makes a terrific play in the corner and a perfect pass to Pekka. Now right here he spots him, and Mazzotti, good save. Let's give the goaltender some credit. But as a forward, when you have that chance, you always say to yourself, my goodness, how could I miss from there?
Come on, Teddy, give the fans a big thrill. Pull your goaltender. 2.3 seconds left. Face off in the Hartford end. Nope. Dufflock's going to stay in. He picks it up. Beckett tried to get it in front. He did, but got beaten by the buzzer.
Well, the special team coming through for Buffalo. Pat LaFontaine scoring on the power play. And the Sabres taking it to Hartford.
2-1 is the score at the end of 2 here at the Odd. Let's go again to Barry Buteau.
Thank you, Rick. Coming up during the second period intermission, I'll talk to Vaclav Varada making his NHL debut as a Buffalo Sabre. Ryan Blessing will have another Sabres NHL update from our Empire studios. Then Rick and Jim are back with their second period analysis. After 40 minutes of hockey at the Odd, Pat LaFontaine's 40th puts the Sabres ahead 2-1 on Empire.
Shanahan's got a problem with a little extra tape on his stick that he had to dispense with.
Just looking at the scoreboard, Detroit won another game today, 5-1 over Dallas. 62nd win of the season.
Here's Diddick now. He whistles way through center. That's going to go to trouble. For Galley. This round by Shanahan. Got it to LaFontaine. He takes it over to Dahl. Coming in over the line. Wesley can't put it. He shots it over top of the net. Rebound goes wide. Rolls around on the boards. To the line. Not out apparently. LaFontaine collects it and starts back. LaFontaine to Dahl with Burritt. LaFontaine looking in front. The Whalers remember. Back to forward. Recollection. Puck ends up going down the ice where Ashley is there. Starting away, to Mark Astley. He takes it to the up to May. Coming to the Hartford line and over. May on his backhand, loses control. Wynn takes it away. Castle's whacking at it, not keeping it in. But it's stuff it back along the board. Morata goes tumbling in there. Wynn coming up with it, back to the point it comes. It is puts it right on Shannon's stick again. He scoops it back. Sabres with their largest lead of the evening, 3-1.
Well, Dane Jackson makes a great play as Hughes brings the puck in from the point. Watch the play that Jackson. See, instead of going around behind the net, he came back out in front, and Derek Plant jammed it in. Now the puck goes in off Mazzotti. He gets a piece of it, and the Buffalo Sabres go up by 3-1 as Plant has his second of the night on a play that was made first of all by Hughes and then by Dane Jackson moving to the front.
After the Whalers get on the board. Jackson will pick it up in the corner. Waiting for the puck again. Hughes dumped it to the blue line. Not out. Whalers keeping it in there. And Butner flattened his check beside the net.
Now good strong coverage by Butner after a strong save by Trefilov. So Derek Plant scores his 23rd of the season. Dane Jackson and Brent Hughes draw the assists at 159. And the youngster from Cloquet, Minnesota, Doug McKinney would like to work with him over the summer and will. I think for at least a month or so. And wants Derek to get a little stronger, more upper body strength.
Scoops it to center ice where Butner recovered. Butner off the board. Rice keeping it in low. Here's Rice taken away neatly by Shifter. And Rice hauled him off the puck. Butner to Hughes. Gets away from Jackson's. Moved out to center ice. Back comes Jackson. He rolls it in. Hughes is chipping away at Jackson's. Fired through center. Recovered with Ashley to puck. Trying to get it in Andy Hughes, but he was on his way out for a rest. It's deflected in right on Trefilov. Ashley. Stolen back by the Devil, or by the Whalers, I beg your pardon. They took it along the board, but not up. And now he forces it out to Pearson. Plant flies it free with a pass up to May. Coming down to the Whalers. Looking for his wings. Pearson and Shanahan are shoving.
In front of the Hartford net is Brad May and Brad McCrimmon. Now May's going to take a penalty right here for cross-checking. And watch what happens. The goaltender Mazzotti gets involved. And everything deteriorated from that point. And Mazzotti is in the dressing room. Sean Burke is in the net for Hartford.
Somewhat reluctantly, probably.
I think so.
Meanwhile, there's still a little conflab over at the timers table trying to figure out what they're going to call here.
Sean Burke, 500 record, playing in his 66th game of the season. He's had a pretty good season, a .907 goals or save percentage, and a goals against average, a little over 3.
Brad McCrimmon is also going to the dressing room. And we'll see if he'll be accompanied by one of the Sabres. And if so, who? Or is Galley already gone?
Well, the referee, Trottier, is over at the timekeeper's bench. Ranheim is warming up the goaltender, Sean Burke.
Me as well.
Yeah.
In fact, if this delay goes on much longer, somebody may as well come out and warm up Trefilov. Sabres are out shooting the Whalers 29-18, almost halfway through the third period with a 3-1 lead. Oh, there's Gary. I didn't see him behind all those folks in the penalty box.
People standing in front of him, and now Brad May makes a move. I mean, you go into a situation like that, you don't expect to get into a fight with a goaltender. Galley was just sort of getting in the way. And Mazzotti had one thing on his mind, that was to fight. He threw his mask off, and he was ready.
Well, they're both gone, too. I think Gauthier's got this figured out. He's also everybody out.
Yeah, he started with Rob Ray with a gross misconduct penalty back in the second period. Brendan Shanahan went because of an instigator in a fight.
I bet you really want to get involved.
Let's go back in time. Dave Hennon scoring a goal in the longest game in the history of the Sabre franchise in overtime. And of course that forced a seventh game in New Jersey, and the Devils beat Buffalo and advanced in the Stanley Cup playoffs. They will not advance this year as they failed to make the playoffs, defeated yesterday by Ottawa.
I remember that seventh game that was played in New Jersey, and I think there was less than a minute left in the game when Dale Howard Chuck cranked one right off the pipe that would have forced that game to overtime.
That was some series, just a incredible series. In that game that Hannon scored that incredible goal, Dominic Hasek had 70 saves in that game and was as fresh as a daisy.
Well, I don't know about that. Maybe what Dom told you.
That's what he told me.
Well, finally we get things underway again.
He might have been exaggerating just a little bit.
Buffalo still has the man advantage here. Two-man advantage, I beg your pardon.
Gord Rossiger sends the referee back to the timekeeper's bench.
Now comes over to deliver a shopping list to Paul Maurice.
And his honor, the Honorable Mayor Masiello, taking in tonight's game. I'm sure we'll see him often in the new Marine Midland Arena next season.
Which may be here before this game is over. The way things are going now.
It started quickly, first couple of periods, but when you have penalties and fights and altercations, it slows it right down.
Free to Shitnik. Shitnik. Behind the net, feeds it up on the wing. Dahl, cross ice now to Plank. Whalers return to full strength. Fired along the glass. Back to center ice, and Hartford starts away to Sanderson. Sanderson in over the line. Here to the cross. Position found on it right now. Put back to center ice. Nickel racing after it. Here's Nickel. Great shot. Great save. Puts it back in the corner. Playing it around on the board. The bump in there from Nickel. Gibson picks it up. Reach it in front of the net. Diving in ahead to Sanderson. Hit the linesman. And Wilson takes it away and dribbles it across ice for Ashley. Ashley slings it through the net. Gets it over the line. He shot, and that one deflects and goes popping up into the crowd. 9 minutes left on the clock here in the third.
Mark Ashley got into a fight earlier in the game with Brendan Shanahan. Loves to rush the puck. And having an opportunity to play. The Sabres, of course, traded Craig Muni and Charlie Huddy. Ashley trying to impress coaches and management and secure a spot for next year. And that can be said for probably 80% of the Sabre hockey team. We have a lot of youngsters coming up to the organization. We watched Jay McKee a couple of nights ago play a terrific game. The 18-year-old defenseman. Barada playing here tonight. Curtis Brown, of course, playing in junior and scoring all kinds of goals. work inside the Hartford zone by Mike Pekka and company. And watch Pekka in front of the net as the Sabres reverse the puck, and Pekka jams it into the empty side, and the Sabres have a 3-1 lead. Or make that 4-1, I beg your pardon.
Then carrying it in over the line. Taken back by Sheehan. He whistles it out to center ice for Noah. Swings it back. The shot and cleared in front. Here he couldn't catch up with it. Comes to center. Sanders shot. Racing back. One man. Sanderson for the shot. Coming off the center. Hangs on to us. And it remains Buffalo with a 3-goal lead. 8 minutes left.
Mike Pekka scores his 11th goal of the season to make it 4-1 Buffalo. That's Pekka getting that puck in front of the net and beating the goaltender. That was a terrific play by the Sabres back behind the net.
Matt Barnaby doing a little autograph signing in the crowd. Unfortunately unable to finish the season on the ice. You know he'll be ready to go when they get ready in September. Who's that guy? Who's that Hasek guy?
Not used to seeing him without the mask.
Pass through center now. Deneen couldn't catch up with it. Goes down the ice. Here's a bring it back on the icing.
Well, Dane Jackson and Brent Hughes draw the assists on the goal by Mike Pekka. Hughes with a couple of assists tonight. Scored a big goal last night against the Capitals. Time ticking off the clock. 7:35 to go in the third period in the history of this building.
Fontaine tried to go to the net, got it again, and couldn't control it. Up it comes on the wing now. Kapanen. He'll flip one in. Pitches up the wrist. Slide out in front. Rolls back to the blue line, but Lind is there to keep it in. Lind showing it into O'Neill. Finds around on the other side. Reinhardt flipping it in front. Shot by Kapanen. Flips to the corner. Fontaine off the board. Not out. Lind winding up to take it in. And right back into the crowd. And that's going to make somebody very happy. That's after they pick the puck out of their teeth.
Well, that one wouldn't have rattled too many fillings. It wasn't going that fast. Strange, though, isn't it? People become attached to a building or a bar, I suppose, like your favorite neighborhood bar. And of course, this dance here, I remember back when I first joined the Sabres back in the early 70s, these are the same people at every game, season ticket holders, and you'd get to know everyone down low. If you didn't see their faces at the games for a couple of weeks, you start to worry about them.
Come through center. There's going to be another penalty coming up here to the Whalers. It's called on the offside, but Hartford's going to take yet another penalty.
Two minutes for high sticking to Daniels. And the Sabres really keeping their poise here tonight, and the Whalers taking undisciplined penalties. Buffalo has scored what? One power play goal, that by LaFontaine, and that scored back in the second period. Paul Maurice sure is very unhappy with the way his club has approached this game here tonight. There's the high stick behind the net, the slash by Daniels on Daryl Shannon.
They'll drop it outside the Whaler line. Pretty recovered finally by Pearson. The point. He wasn't going anywhere though. Now he does. Shovel it in over the line. Pearson hustling in along the corner. Barada trying to knock it free. Couldn't catch up with it. It's sent as far as the blue line. Right out. Not keeping it in. Knocks it down low again. They're all taking up. Barada steals it away. Barada right there. Get back to the point. Over it comes to Shipling. Back it comes in front of the net again. That's knocked down. And the Whalers will get it out with a pass up to Nicolishin. Nicolishin trying to cut it. Ball dropped it off, and Platt steals it back again. Buffalo coming back. 3-on-2 Barada. The Buffalo rookie in over the line. The track it down in the corner. Leaves it there. Pearson. Pearson hustling out here on the wall. Keeping it on the ice. Less than 6 left on the clock here in the third period. Shipman works it through center. Now brings it in over the line. Jackson one high off the glass. Jackson after it again. And Hughes behind the net. Back it comes to Wilson. Wilson spinning around. Put the shot knocked down. Goes after it and keeps it in there. And then he goes in the corner. He tried to leave it for Wilson. Wilson pitches in to Pekka. Beating it in. Deflected wide of the net. Right around the board. Jackson colliding there with the hand. Jackson trying to hold it in. Comes back to Shipman. Shipman tucks away from the hand. Jackson takes a shot. Our game summary brought to you by Mission Tortillas. Remember, it's not just Mexican food anymore. Nothing makes a great meal faster.
Well, Derek planned for the big night for Buffalo, and Patty LaFontaine with his 40th of the season. Another rough game here at the odd. 3 players ejected, and perhaps the goal by Pekka at 11:39 could be the last goal in odd history.
Make it 4 because Kevin Dineen has just been sent to the dressing room. I don't know whether he got a game misconduct or just a misconduct, but
that's a guy. There's a guy you were talking about before. It did happen.
Yeah, he caught that one.
He got it?
Trying to be
no
like
problem either.
Trying to be like Tommy McVie. How many pucks did he put in his mouth for, I think?
Yeah.
Well, the Whalers have still got to send somebody over to the penalty box.
Maybe it'll be Steve Race. He's
there he goes. He's the, you've heard of the designated hitter. This is the designated sitter.
Well, it's at least the 3rd time he's been in there, and he's probably getting a chuckle out of that. He's boy, Steve.
Did he? Then behind the net now, going to bring it out. Got it to center ice. Matt takes it back for Wilson. Slipped it up. That was long pass picked up by Jerry Dillon. That's deflected in. Hammers it ahead for Jackson. The pass across ice to Hughes. Over the line in. Tipped off the boards, but Wilson keeps it in there. Back in the box. Hughes gets on his back. Roll around and comes in front and Burke flops on that one.
Brent Hughes, another good job before checking hard at the corner, and one of our keys tonight was for the Sabres to check aggressively, and Brent Hughes and company have done that as they control this game by 4-1. With 4 minutes 23 seconds to go. Of course, Brent Hughes was telling me a couple of days ago he's concerned about next year, doesn't have a contract. Randy Burridge doesn't have a contract. Burridge, congratulations, by the way, the Tim Horton Award for the Unsung Hero and the Punch Imlach Award tonight given to Mr. Burridge. For perseverance, dedication, sportsmanship, and well-deserved for both.
Free agent, huh?
Yes, sir. Who came into camp without a contract, had an opportunity to go to some other NHL clubs and said, I want to make this team. This is where I want to play. He did that and is the 2nd leading scorer this year for Buffalo.
Left coming away now with 4 minutes left in the 3rd period. Dances it over the line. Waiting quad, but broken up. Outlet keeps it in again. Here's Platt wheeling it into the corner. Nickel slipped into the right block hand and it jumped away from him. Nickel trying to keep it in. Back to Platt with a shot. Makes the save and he's going to hang on to that one. 57 seconds remaining in the penalty now, and this is really our only opportunity of the year to thank some of the folks who work with us all year long and make this show and working behind the scenes. And we're talking, of course, about the technical people and the people in the offices who never get a chance to be recognized, and we'd like to do that right now.
Such a great crew here at the Odd. I know our producer and director, Doug Mickey Walton, director Phil Molikow, was so pleased with this crew here in Buffalo. They feel it's the best in the league.
Castles hands it into Sanders. Chipped ahead along the wall and taken away to center ice. Nickel got tied up there. Now stolen back, brought in over the line, and Sanderson recovers and cleared back down the ice. A half minute left in the Hartford penalty. 3:20 remaining on the clock. center ice. Long pass through the middle, deflected in, and really in. Another souvenir. As we continue our salute to those folks who have worked with us all season long.
Now, of course, when the game ends, the festivities do not end. They continue. So please stay with us as we bid final farewell to the Odd.
Verada trying to get free, tapped it behind the net. Pearson going after it. Pearson. Verada on the wall, but he spins around. Trying to jam it in the short side. Off the boards and back to center. The Whalers will return to full strength as Aslan taps it across to Verada. Verada working it in over the line. Verada gets knocked down by Rice, who came out of the penalty box. Burke hangs on, and another face-off. We have plenty coming up for you after the game tonight.
And I know that, partner, you're going to make your way down to the ice and address the crowd here at the Odd and other surprises as well.
Yes. Many things to happen after tonight's game, and we'll have it all for you here. Moving live at the Odd from inside the Odd. Trying to hang it in front of the net, couldn't do it. Around by Jansen. Ran high, but center, got away, got it up over the line. Jansen in front of the net. Sending it up ahead. The pass down to him. One pickup with Verada. Pickup. Verada. He shot. The rebound is cleared away. Back to the point. Right back in again. And Pearson being separated. To do that one too. He was trying to clean out the area in front of his net. Pearson will be getting there as you look at Eddie Becker, who's in the camera right over top of the ice, and he's been here a long time. Certainly a senior official or a senior cameraman. And Don Selin, he was the one who, I'm sure, was known all over the place because he had the Mayday goal, and that went all over North America. It's part of our snappy cruise through the sights and sounds of Sabres hockey. Emerson coming away now, brings it in over the line. Good shot right on. Front of the line, forward to Wilson. Roll back to the blue line, but not out. The Sabres short the save again. Becca uses the blast to guide it in the other direction. 2 minutes left in the auditorium history. That's steered up on the wing. Brought to Sabres and but Kapanen bounces right back up again. Brought it in over the line. Long shot. Look out. Oh boy, did that one ever get up into the crowd. Got to keep your head up in this game. Got his head up, but when he got it up, all he saw was 27 and too much of them. I got to give this kid credit. He jumped right back up onto his feet. Let me at him. Back into the play. Down to 1:45 left on the clock. As Plant will be taking the draw for Buffalo against Andy Castles. Slides to the board. Butner getting all tangled up with Nicholas. Inside the center ice, and Nicholas wrestles up to it. Nicholas keeping it in. Sends it across ice. Sanderson pass. Here's the top back. The save. And it's taken away by Castles. He dribbles it across to Brown. Brown cruising back in his own end. Finally finds Castles. Pass through the middle to Nicolisha. Nicolisha slipping it back again to Castles. Castles goes wide. Over to Sanderson. Took his shot. He dribbled that one wide. It's popped out in front. Picked in by Emerson. Emerson. Now it slides back to the blue line. Brown working it down low. 1 minute remaining in auditorium history. Back it comes to Sanderson. Anderson swinging it in front. Steered back into the corner. Buchner comes up with the puck. Buchner guns it out and down the ice. This crowd is on its feet. They are roaring here at the auditorium, saluting the odd and the Buffalo Sabres. Rice coming back to center ice now. Emerson brings it in over the line. Tipped into the corner. 20 seconds to go. Zhipnik to left. Fontaine. And Fontaine away to center. Slides it over the line. He just flipped it in. Burke is going to hang on to it and spoil the party. This crowd was gung-ho. 9.5 seconds remaining. They are as one on their feet. Just a matter of ceremony now. The puck in behind the Hartford net. This game is over. This is a celebration, folks. A celebration and a salutation. For 26 years, well done by the auditorium. And now to move just down the street. As the Buffalo Sabres season comes to an end, but it does so on the victorious side. And that has the folks in this building